boys and girls, it's Miss White here. Today we are on lesson 32 and it is going to look like this. So be sure you have this worksheet. You write your name and the date at the top. And we are going to get started on some letter sounds on number 1. Please remember you can always pause the video at any time so that you have more time to write. Alright, on number 1, we're going to do the th sound, and that's TH. Th, TH. Number 2 is th, TH also. Write it down. Number 3, E. Write it down. Number 4, k. Remember, we make k with lots of letters. We have K, C, and then as final sound, CK, K. So K, comma, C, final sound, CK, K. All right. Number 5 is A. A. Write it down. A. Number 6 is Z. Again, Z. That's Z and S. Z, comma, S. Write it down. Number 7, E. 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 Write it down. And number 8, G. 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 Write it down. Number 9, I. Write it down. And number 10, B, and write it down. All right, make sure you pause and have all these written down if you didn't get to them while we were saying them together. Now we're going to practice spelling a couple of words. Number 11, we're going to write down, and I want you to spell thick. So, k. We hear 3 sounds there, but we have our digraph TH, and k, CK. We know it's CK because we have the vowel there. And it's coming after that as the final sound. Number 12 is desk. D-E-S-K. D-E-S-E. And then for our k sound, we have a consonant, so we know that's going to be a K. Desk. Make sure you get those 2 down before we talk about our new digraph today. All right. Let's look at song. Clang. And ring. Song, clang, ring. What sound do you hear in that final position? Ng. Clang, clang. All right. Let's see if it's voiced or unvoiced. Clang. It's voiced because we're hearing that ng. Yep. All right. So what letters do we think make this digraph? We have NG, NG, NG. So is digraph NG a vowel or consonant digraph? Be consonant because it's N and G are consonants. And then we underline them, and that's how we code them. All right. Let's erase this. Let's look at our keyword for our digraph NG. What row? Oh, here it is. All right. This word is something you put around your finger. Usually women wear it, but men wear it too sometimes. It's ring, and then we'll say ring, Alrighty. Let's write down on number 13 the ng sound. Ng, 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 and then we're going to write down ng for number 13. Let's practice spelling a couple of words with that ng. Number 14. Long. L-O-N-G. Long. Number 15. Thing. That's that TH digraph. Ing. Thing. And number 16. Sang. 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 Alrighty. We ready to try out coding some of these words? Oh, we're also going to talk about, one more thing. We're going to talk about the suffix ing. Let's look at these words. Resting, standing, milking. Use ing when you're talking about something you're doing in that moment. Like, I'm standing in line. You're doing it right then. All right. So when we code suffixes, we box them off. We've learned that with other suffixes like s. We just put a little box around it. And then we go on to code the word just like we would. So this suffix is different than just the digraph ng because we have ing with it and you have a root word in the beginning. So let's say this word, for instance, even though it's ing, if we boxed off that and tried to make it a suffix, do we have a word here? Do we have a root word? Nope, that's just a blend. So on this one, we have our digraph ng. We don't have a suffix, so we wouldn't do that. Okay. So let's move on to coding these words. Again, you didn't have to write this down. This is just for your reference. This marker doesn't want to erase for me. Okay. Let's practice coding. We're going to code some words and then we're going to code the same word but with a suffix. Which is, you're going to see, is basically the same, but I think that's the whole point, is we want you to see it's pretty much the same. Sorry, I just marked on the computer. I'm going to have to wipe that off. All right, number 17. We have sing and singing. So for sing, we have the digraph ng, and we underline it. And then this just gets its breath. For singing, we're going to box off the ing, and then we're still going to underline our digraph and gets a breath. Number 18, think. And then thinking. All right. So here we have the digraph th, think. It doesn't get the line because it's not that voiced the one. And then we just get a brev. So then over here we're going to box off our suffix ing, underline our digraph, and it gets the brev because we have vowel consonant. Number 19, bring. Again, this is where this isn't a suffix on bring, because if we boxed it off, we'd just have br, and that's not a root word. But on bringing, so here we have our digraph, our blend br, but we don't do anything for a blend. We have vowel consonant, and it gets a brev. Over here, we're going to box off our suffix. We have our digraph ng, and our I gets a brev. 20, bang. and then banging. We box off our ing, we get a brev, and we underline our ng, and gets the brev. Okay? And number 21, our last one, is hang and hanging. So here we're going to underline our ng, it gets a brev. Here we're going to box off our ing, underline our ng, and it gets a brev. All right. So these are those. There's no picture to draw a line to, I think, because we did the suffixes on these two, so there's none of that. You can go ahead and erase or pause if you need to, and then erase if you need to, if you're ready. And we're going to move on to 22, the last section. Okay. Number 22. Bill. We're going to cross off that I, and it gets a brev because we have vowel consonant. Number 23. Stack. Here we have the CK digraph, and we cross off the C, and our A gets a brev. And then here's just a blend, but we aren't going to underline the blend. We don't do anything with that. Number 24. Crept. We have vowel consonant, our vowel gets a brev, and then here we have a C, which gives it a K back, because it makes the K sound. 25, strong. We're going to underline our NG digraph. Here again we have the STR blend, but we don't need to do anything with that, and then we have vowel consonant, and it gets a brev, strong. And last, number 26, thank. We underline our TH digraph, and then we have vowel consonant, and it gets brev. All right, make sure you have all those down. Pause if you need to. And then we are going to move on to looking at the homework. For the homework, you are going to read the sentence number 1, answer the question on number 2, read the sentence on number 3, answer the question on number 4. Then you're going to match the beginning blends to the words and read these words down here. Then make sure your name and the date are on your sheet and get it turned in to your teacher. See you next time.